Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo. Today I'm here to talk about something that I am really excited about, and that is 5 reasons why I would be extremely hyped to see a Zelda anime. Let's get right on into it. But guys, before we get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Nintendo themed content Monday through Friday. Ring that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. And let me know down in the comments below of reasons you would want to see a Zelda anime. And let me know if you want to see a video on different Nintendo games that I think would work really well for animes. So, without further ado, let's get right on into this. Number 1. I am a huge Zelda fan. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of Zelda stuff, Zelda posters, three Zelda, if I can figure out how the camera, 3 Zelda posters, three Zelda posters, lots of Zelda amiibos, tons of Zelda stuff. I even got a Zelda mug. Can't really see it very well down there, but it's down there. There's a Zelda mug, and yeah. I got this Zelda shirt on. Huge, ginormous Zelda fan. Why would I not want more Zelda stuff? The first game I ever played, in fact, was Ocarina of Time on the N64. So I started off with Zelda, and I've been a huge fan ever since. I've played every single 3D Zelda game, period. Every single one. I mean, maybe not, like fan ones, but like, every single official 3D Zelda game, I've played them all. I played both the DS Zelda games, the 3DS Zelda game, and Link to the Past. So I've played a lot of Zelda, and I love Zelda. So Zelda in any fashion, 2D Zelda, 3D Zelda, a Zelda movie, a Zelda anime, any kind of Zelda stuff, I just eat it right up because I love Zelda. It's my favorite franchise out of movies, video games, books, anything. It's my favorite. Like, they could make anything Zelda, and I'd instantly want to go get it. So, of course, I want me a Zelda anime. I also love anime in general, so this just, it's perfect. It's perfect. Number 2, the Smash anime trailer for Palutena. So, when Palutena was revealed for Smash, there was kind of a setup beforehand where there was an anime cutscene of Link fighting against Pit, and then Palutena comes and saves the day, and, then she's announced the fighter. It was all good and well. But the interesting part was just seeing a fight of Nintendo characters in anime. I think that's the first time I ever, really thought about Nintendo making an anime. And while I do want a Smash anime, also really want a Zelda anime. That trailer was just super epic. Link going over there, kicking Pit's just it was awesome. I want more of that. The art style also was really cool, and that leads into number 3. The art style would work really well. Zelda has always had a very cartoonish art style, and some of them have been more anime than others. Like Wind Waker was a very anime kind of style, I think, in my opinion. And Zelda is a game that changes art styles all the time. There are some, movies, video games, different things like that have art styles that wouldn't really work for an anime. Like, for example, you wouldn't want to see an Uncharted anime. That'd be really weird. Uncharted's always gone for like the extremely photorealistic look. So to see an Uncharted anime, it'd be like, what? That'd be a little strange. But Zelda's always been very cartoonish. Pretty much every game seems to change the art style dramatically. So to have it in anime would work well. It'd just be another one of those new cool art styles, and I think that they could make it look really cool. I think something like Breath of the Wild, just you can just see in all the Zelda games is very colorful, very cartoony, very beautiful worlds. So I think that would convert really well into an anime. And I'd be very interested to see exactly what art style and what version, because there's a lot of different art styles even within anime. Some are more detailed than others. There's a lot of different art styles even within just, anime. So to see that Zelda in an anime art style would be really cool. Number 4, Zelda stories have so much potential. Zelda is a world and a series and a franchise that I think has a lot of lore and a lot of really cool things about it, and it just has the potential to have an amazing story. And some of the games have had really good stories. Skyward Sword's story was absolutely amazing, probably my favorite story of any of the Zelda games. Wind Waker had a good story. Majora's Mask had a really, really good story, especially if you went and did all the different side quests, the lore and the characters. That game really felt like a real place where people really lived in. It had a great story and a great atmosphere. So even games like Breath of the Wild, which actually had a really, really good story, it was just presented absolutely... Oh, the presentation was garbage. Like, they told you, I won't go too much into it because I could talk about that alone for days. But Breath of the Wild's story alone was really, really good. If you look at the actual core story of it all, if that had been presented to you in the game itself, like you had actually played through those segments of the story and gotten to see it in detail, would have been really awesome. It would have been a really great story. So Zelda has always kind of had a history having some great stories. Twilight Princess, another one that had a pretty good story. A lot of Zelda games have had a good story. So I think that an anime Zelda has a lot of potential, because obviously it'll be something focused purely, on the kind of the story and the lore of it all, and cool battles and such, as always. But it'd be a lot more room to do a lot of story, because as I said, Breath of the Wild kind of focused on that open air, open world kind of thing. The story was not presented in the best way. There's a lot of things that recent games that have been going open world just haven't had great stories. So I think this is a chance for Zelda's story to really shine and really put in the forefront, because I do think that a lot of the Zeldas has had amazing stories, and there's so much potential here for something really, really cool. There just hasn't been the best execution lately. So an anime has the chance to make that really, really good. And I know who can do this. And that leads into number 5. This would likely be created by the Castlevania anime creator. So the reason I'm even talking about this in general is that the person who made Castlevania has stated that they are working with an quote-unquote iconic Japanese gaming company to adapt one of their iconic video game series into a series, end quote. And many people, mostly the Warp, say they have inside information that is actually the Legend of Zelda series. So, going off of that, I think we can expect something really, really great. If you have not seen the Castlevania anime, it is exclusive to Netflix, and it is absolutely amazing. Even as somebody who never played a Castlevania game, I thought the anime was just absolutely incredible, and it's gotten me really interested in the Castlevania series in general. It is great story, great characters, great visuals. It's the whole package pretty much. And beyond even that, the creator, I think, really understands what makes shows and games and media really great. And it's not only evidenced by just how good Castlevania is, it's also evidenced by his interviews. He always talks about how a good game and a good movie are evidenced not by like the graphics and stuff. Like a lot of companies are focused too much on graphics and open world games when they don't need to be open, or they're too open and things like that. A lot of like fluff and filler, and he talks about like the way that a lot of companies and things are making games very stale, very repetitive, and he talks a lot about how he likes indie games, and like there's a lot of things he talks about that really understands. Like he understands it's about in games it's about the gameplay and the mechanics, and in shows it's all about the big moments and not having a bunch of filler. And that's something you'll notice with the Castlevania series. The first season is only 4 episodes, and the second season is only 8. According to him, the third season is going to have 10. So it's something that really gets to the point, and that's something I really enjoyed about the Castlevania anime, is that when you're watching it, some animes have a problem to where it would be so much filler, or they'll draw out something so long to where even a single battle can take several episodes, and that's something I've kind of had an issue with anime. Like, I understand if it's like a really big thing, yeah, maybe take 1 or 2 episodes, but some of them, they go a little overboard, and you're like, dude, this is the 5th episode, you've been in the same fight, like, can we move on, please? So, this is something he's kind of understood, like, he understands what makes a series memorable, and what makes it fun to watch, and, like, he just seems like a really cool person and really understands the media and really has a love for it. So I think he would really take good care of the Zelda franchise and make it into something really great in this anime. According to him, he's going to reveal which game series and, publisher he's basing the next series on November 16th. So fingers crossed that it is indeed Legend of Zelda and we get ourselves an awesome anime adaptation of the series. Anyways, guys, that's all for this video. If you like this video, as I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button for anyone you know who's interested in anime and Zelda and Nintendo. And let me know down in the comments below if you're hyped for a Zelda anime, and let me know what other Nintendo franchises you'd like to see turned to anime. And if you like my opinions, I'm planning to make a whole video on that, so let me know what you'd like to see on that down in the comments below. But anyways, guys, I'll see all you dudes later on What About Nintendo. Bye!